Today, a bean and cheese quesadilla. And what I can only imagine is going to be a rather controversial reaction session with a title like this: Queen Elizabeth, polite and kind or cruel and cowardly? Coming in from that vegan teacher. Now, I just need to drop a disclaimer right off of the break. I don't know what the hell vegan means, okay? As far as I'm concerned, basically every word that starts with a V is basically identical. I'm talking virgin, I'm talking violence, I'm talking vegan, I'm talking Viagra, I'm talking vagina, I'm talking vegetarian, okay? You catch me on Jeopardy and you say, hey, Dom, which one of those is the one that the person only eats vegetables? Or doesn't eat meat, sorry. Bruh. I'm fucked. I'm tossed, because I don't know what it means. So let's go ahead. We'll start with a rudimentary search of what the word vegan means, just so that we have a good base to start from. Okay, and here we go. Y'all already know I be pulling my web browser off of the main screen so y'all can't see my search history. That's on that smart shit. Anyway, vegan, a person who does not eat any food derived from animals and typically does not use any other animal products. Now, see, I think that's different from vegetarians. I think vegetarians eat eggs, but according to this definition, no animal products, no animal food, nothing. So she would not approve of my bean and cheese quesadilla, so I'm about to get attacked in the comment section. Hello, vegan teacher. How are you today? Oh, and just because you kind of look like the kind of lady who might throw around a copyright strike, just know I've got an attorney on retainer. Don't strike my shit. Okay, let's go.
Hey everyone. So I guess by now you all heard about the Queen of England dying. Now I was kind of wondering what you all thought about her. But first of all, let me show you what's written on my shirt, okay? It says, vegan because paying for the kidnapping, sadness, and murder no longer tasted good.
Oh, wow. This lady's for serious. Also, Flatine, we're gonna need to mute you know what word I'm talking about, okay? We're gonna have to mute it and maybe even blur it, okay? Because I'm not trying to get goddamn demonetized because of her crusty ass t-shirt. Okay, listen, here's what I'm gonna say. This lady is clearly incredibly serious about the vegan lifestyle, and I can only imagine that if Queen Elizabeth, okay, I almost said the wrong shit, that would have got me crucified. I can only imagine that Queen Elizabeth has probably at some point in her life eaten a steak, and she's about to take up a problem with that.
See, I became vegan when I found out what happens to the animals, about all these terrible things that we do to them. And yes, we do. It's not just my country.
I want to go ahead and point out the fact that I thought for like the first minute of this video, the first 38 seconds of this video, that those glasses were a filter. They just look like it, okay? They just do. They're horrible. I hate them. I hate them as much as I hate a filter. That's toxic. That has nothing to do with the video, but I'm just saying I don't like the glasses.
It's every country. There are so many places that abuse animals. The Holocaust never ended for them. Pigs are still being murdered in gas chambers at 6 months old. And so many billions of animals are needlessly harmed every single day because of people who eat them, wear them, and use them. So I'm wondering what you think about the Queen.
Now here's what I'm gonna say. I've never been to an animal processing plant, and I'm certain I don't know what happens at the animal processing plants. I can only imagine that whatever the hell she's saying right here, okay, about the gas chambers and relating it to the Holocaust somehow, is somehow or another hyperbole. Okay, I'm assuming that's the truth. Maybe she's gonna shed some light.
Now, she died in her 90s. Now, let's just assume at the beginning of her life, just like all of us, she was innocent and she was just being fed these dead animals without really knowing what's going on. You know, I always say on this channel that we are all born vegan because being vegan is about the animals. It's not about food. It's not about health. It's about making the declaration that you are not going to exploit animals anymore and really working hard towards that end. So the Queen, like all of us, was just born innocent, was born vegan, and was fed dead animals by her parents.
Okay, this lady is really loving that. Okay, she's really loving that. We are really pushing home like the dead animal angle of this entire thing, which isn't technically wrong, but just seems rather unnecessary. Okay, I get it. If you say meat, I know they're dead animals. I get it. Okay, I've had one before. They're quite tasty. I'm not being toxic. I'm just saying. Also, as a double for the record, I love the animals, and I do not think that we should be needlessly killing them for no reason, okay? But all the same, I can just imagine that this lady's, whatever the hell she's about to say, is so far outside of the realm of that, we're all about to be bamboozled. Just hang tight. Some reason we're out here talking about Queen Elizabeth right after she died. Okay, that just seems in bad taste. I don't know.
She opened her mouth dutifully, just like we all did. We didn't know the difference between carrots and peas and spaghetti and potatoes and a dead pig, or a dead fish, or a dead lamb, or a dead baby cow.
I understand.
Otherwise known as veal. But at some point, the Queen of England must have been aware about what's going on. I mean, she's not a stupid lady. She went all around the world, talked to so many people. Surely she must have been at some point intrigued by the word vegan. She must have driven by in one of her limousines and seen, a vegan store.
I wouldn't count on that. I wouldn't count on that at all, okay? Listen, I'm fully aware of the existence of the word vegan, and never on God's green earth a day in my life have I ever given a flying fuck about what it means. Okay, let's not assume that the Queen was intrigued about some bullshit that intrigues you, okay? In the same way that I'm not intrigued by Dragon Ball Z because some little weirdos running around in a goddamn furry costume, those aren't the same. Get mad. Anyway, just because somebody's doing something doesn't mean I'm intrigued, okay? 0% chance, 0% chance, 0% chance, lie again.
Or a label on something that said vegan. She must
have
known what the word meant. She must have known.
I wouldn't count on that either.
About the animals. So why didn't she become vegan?
This is so bizarre. So this lady, let me finish chewing and then I'll talk. Hang on.
That's what I'm intrigued about. Like all of these supposedly good people. What stops them? This is why on this channel I try to reach out to so many creators who have millions of followers. The vast majority of them don't listen to me.
Can't imagine why. Okay, she's not exactly the most welcoming goddamn presenter I've ever seen. Okay.
That's out of my control. But I can still try to reach them with the message. Now, if I could have talked to the Queen of England, I would have said to her, excuse me, but you can even hire a vegan chef. You can easily change what you're eating and promote veganism to all of the people that you talk to. You could wear a shirt that says this. Can you imagine the Queen of England going around wearing this shirt?
I can imagine a fucking loon going around wearing a shirt like that. Like, lady.
How cool would that be, right?
Define cool.
Why didn't she do it? Because there's a difference between polite and kindness. When you're polite, you say please and thank you, and you sit up straight, hold the door open for people, wear your little white gloves and your hat and your little pearls. And you here's what's bizarre to me, right? Like, this lady is out here talking about the Queen of England and how she didn't become a vegan. And she said, if I had the opportunity to speak to the Queen, then I would tell her this, this, and this. Where were you a week ago? Where were you 2 weeks ago? Where were you a month ago or a year ago? I didn't see you out on the Queen's, outside her gate with a goddamn sign that said, hey, look at my cool ass t-shirt. Check this shit out. She's just out here talking about it after this lady has just passed away, okay? And after an entire nation is suffering a tragedy, she's out here trying to use the Queen to clickbait her agenda, and that is kind of cringe. But that's just my initial impression. Let me take it easy. We'll keep listening. Disturb anyone. That's being polite. But it's not the same thing as being kind.
Okay, listen, I don't know who needs to hear this shit, but if you have ever, in any scenario, done this to anybody, for any reason, I don't care why, they're turned off immediately. Okay, I don't give a flying fuck what you got to say now, lady, because you just turned me off. Okay, what is this? Who are you, my fucking mom? Not even my mom does that shit. But if she did, I'd be upset. Okay, I would be sad. And I definitely don't need this old lady with her goddamn glasses over here waving her finger at me. Don't you wave that shit at me, Dom.
Being truly kind involves bravery. It involves digging down deep and doing what's right. Even if you won't be popular. Even if people won't like you. Just because you can imagine what it would be like to be the victim. You can just put yourself in their place. You can imagine the terror and the suffering of these innocent pigs who are just 6 months old, who are being gathered after a lifetime of hell and shoved into gas chambers the same way that the Nazis did to the Jews. And yes, I am comparing them, the two of them, because what happens to the animals is in fact worse. Because instead of it being by the millions, it's by the billions. And instead of it ending, it continues. And it continues even through the actions of people like the Queen.
Is this lady a fucking lunatic? Like, I mean that in the most wholesome, not toxic way possible. Is this lady a fucking lunatic? Like, we all just heard what she said, okay? And I'm not gonna be repeating it because I'm not trying to get demonetized out here in this motherfucker. And because it's just so outrageous, it doesn't even require a repeat. Now, here's what I'm gonna say, y'all. I love animals. Okay, and I know she's probably like, oh, here it comes. Oh, this kid's gonna say he loves animals. Oh, and then he eats one. You're right. You're damn right. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Because all things in moderation, okay? You can't have that many. You know what? We'll save it till the end. Keep it moving.
The Queen of England. Can you imagine if we'd had her on our side? If 3 times a day she would have said, hey, it's breakfast. I don't want any cow's milk. I'll take the soy milk or the oat milk. You know, can you imagine?
Doesn't soy milk and oat milk like require an incredible amount of like environmental processing? Or like almond milk? Like, doesn't almond milk take like literally like 30 billion gallons of fucking water to make 1 serving of almond milk? Like, lady, there's bad things all around this world, okay? And the substitutions that you're coming up with might not be the ticket. I mean, I don't know. I'm talking out my ass. I'm just out here making a reaction video. But I'm just saying, I've heard some shit, and it's not always as peachy as she's making it out to be, okay?
Lunchtime, instead of having the chicken, the murdered animal, chickens are abused on this planet more than any other animals, and you never see them being
I've seen those Amish people kill a chicken before. That shit go quick. I saw one time that this lady had like a piece of rebar, and like, she put the chicken head under it. It was dead like that. I mean, I don't know. But I'm just saying, it seems like a pretty quick death. And I think they say the chickens don't even feel pain. Now, whether or not you believe that, or whether or not you're a scientist, or whether or not I know what the fuck I'm talking about at all, are all up in the air. All I'm saying is, I've seen some pretty quick deaths for those chickens, and I don't really see them getting bullied too often.
abused because they're in these giant facilities, hidden from our view. Murdered at just 7 weeks old. Imagine if the Queen of England had said, no chicken for me. Tofu, lentils, beans, chickpeas, rice, anything else. I want to be nice.
I'm not gonna lie, if she said it like that, I'd probably hate the Queen till the day I died. Don't talk like that! I don't like it! I don't like it! It's right up there with the goddamn finger wave, okay? I don't know what that was, it felt like a sermon. I don't like sermons, okay? It's not Sunday, I'm not in church!
I don't want to just be polite. Imagine if she had done that.
Imagine.
God, it's so cool. Imagine if at dinner time she didn't...
Imagine if you'd have been standing out there with your vegan sign trying to convince her instead of making a video after she died. Oh, that'd be pretty cool too.
Say,
Dom.
no roast. She would say, no roast beef for me. I will be having anything else on the menu. How about you make me a vegan pizza with vegan cheese and vegan meat? Maybe beyond.
What the hell is vegan cheese? How do they even make that? I don't know. We might have to watch a how it's made after this, yo.
Maybe impossible meat. You know, any...
Isn't that shit highly processed and in some parts of the world highly carcinogenic? So she wants me to get cancer from some goddamn overprocessed bullshit meat? Head ass.
Thing else. Can you just...
Also, in case you don't know, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, we just out here making a video. Take it easy. Stop typing. Dom.
Imagine if the Queen of England, everywhere she went, on her Queen Mobile, it said, let's be vegan from now on.
This lady
That'd be cool.
is a lunatic.
Now let's look at the people who are still alive right now. People like Gordon Ramsay. Imagine if he honestly said he had a whole change of personality, which will never happen, by the way, because the guy is a total creep. But let's just say,
the guy's a total creep!
people like him, all the chefs of the world said, we are tired of abusing animals. We are tired of paying into this system. We're tired of not being brave. We want to be brave and speak out, even if you don't like us that much. We want to do the right thing. We want to leave a legacy of kindness.
That's it for me. Listen, y'all. If this lady really wants to be changing all of these people, yes, these YouTube videos are a good start. Okay, but good God almighty, she needs to go to like a public speaking class or just like an interpersonal communication class, because this is the opposite of selling me. I can just tell you that right goddamn now. Like she's out here talking about people who are still alive Okay, and she's like, you know, like berating them for not accepting her agenda. But the interesting thing is I don't see a single clip, not a single snippet, not a single piece of information that shows me, this lady, out there participating in these activist things that she be talking about. Like, she's all talk, no action. Okay, that's cringe. And the reason, or the fact that she's out here talking about the queen right after she died and didn't even really present any real evidence at all about the queen, like, disliking vegans or being vegan or really saying anything about being vegan at all. Okay, she really had no comment, period, about the queen. So this is just in bad taste. Okay, and things that are in bad taste, normally I would continue to make a video on, but I just can't listen to another 6 minutes of this shit, y'all. I just can't. So, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed this rather bizarre reaction to this bizarre lady. Hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know what else you want to see down below. And good God, lady, if you're watching this, please take a public speaking class. You need it. Goodbye.